IVBN, the Rich Video Blog Network, home to weekly NFL predictions, great personality profiles, great professional wrestling video blogs, great sports video blogs, great entertainment video blogs, and a whole lot more collection. My work goes back to 2014 on various social media websites. IVBN, the only video blog on the internet that matters. Time's now 8:30 in the evening on Monday, February 6th, 2017. Good evening, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your fourth and final video blog of the night for Monday, February 6, 2017. It's about 28 degrees out in Berwick, Massachusetts. Going to go down to 25 tomorrow. Winter weather advisory for most of Massachusetts outside of 128. It's going to be varying intensities of the snow, 1 to 3 inches, then changing over to sleet, freezing rain, just plain rain. Temperatures will be skying up to the 30s. Wednesday, 50s, but Thursday could be interesting with some snow. Then cold on Friday, another warming trend on Saturday. Roller coaster ride. Some news to report on the IVB News. 111.3 million people watch Super Bowl 51 on Fox, so that's good. And the San Francisco 49ers have named Kyle Shanahan its new head coach. No surprise there. That's about it on the news. On the IVB News, Be back in a flash with my fourth and final video blogs, subject of the night. Tomorrow on the IVBN video blogs, these subjects will be done. The personality profile will be about former Major League Baseball player Al Oliver. Also, the top 10 players that should have been on the NHL's 100 list. And the third and final video blog tonight will be about what other Boston sports teams, the Celtics, the Bruins, or the Red Sox win a championship next, a world championship next. That's on tap for tomorrow. I'm back. My fourth and final video blog subject of the night is about Dan Le Batard's highly questionable show on ESPN. Dan Le Batard's highly questionable show is weekdays at 4:30 on ESPN. He is the co-host of Highly Questionable with Bombardier B. Jones and his father Gonzalo Le Batard. And it's a very funny show. It's a debated show in the model of PTI and Around the Horn and others. Background on the show. In 2011, Gonzalo Le Batard pitched an idea to ESPN for his son Dan Le Batard, who was a longtime Miami sports writer, to host his own show on ESPN2. Dan, for many years, was contributing to ESPN on ESPN.com and showing up on Around the Horn and substituting for, pardon the interruption, from time to time. Gonzalo says he wanted the show to be more Latin people in it, and ESPN greenlighted the show, and it debuted in September of 2011 and it was called Dan Le Batard's Highly Questionable. He was a solo host for it for about 2.5 years, and in the first year he had contributors including Bombardier Jones and Bill Simmons and Michael Wilbon, among others. They were contributors. Soon Bombardier Jones became the co-host with Dan Le Batard, and the show followed this format. It divided into 4 sections. The first one was topics of the day. It would be his Dan Le Batard's father, Gonzalo, would read the questions, and Jones and Lebatard would debate on it. They would have about 4 or 5 questions. Then a second segment was a pre-tape segment, which was about an athlete or a sports media player or manager. They would be the guest of the day, and that would last 5-6 minutes. Jones and Lebatard would answer questions about that. And then the third section of Highly Questionable is Do You Question, which was Lebatard and Jones would debate about like a blown call or like a move a coach or player made, and they had 3 or 4 questions. And the final segment was See or No, which was what was on television tonight, which was a very funny segment. And then they would have a segment at the end of like their answer of the day. And Highly Questionable is taped in Miami, Florida. They usually tape it around 2 p.m. after Dan Lebatard does his radio show for ESPN and before Buddy B. Jones does his own show for ESPN Radio. And it was on ESPN2 for about 3.5 years. In March of 2015, it moved to the mothership ESPN at 4:30, and it's a very, very great show. I watch it from time to time. Dan Lebatard's father, Gonzalo, is very, very funny, and it's a great show. It's one of the best, in my opinion. And that's about it on Dan Lebatard's Highly Questionable. I'll be back tomorrow, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+, but it will be only 3 video blogs. Maybe soon I could add a 4th one from time to time. Maybe I'll do that one. I only do 2 a day. Keep calm, everybody. Julie Brennan Guy. Molly Rose Roxanne has nice legs. Elizabeth Hart, so stunning, she's the best. Amy Sweezy's awesome. Amy Linda Church of WPI Channel of New York. Church Rocking Cougar got the best legs. New York City bar none. Bobby Gibbs of ABC 11 has a sweet southern accent. Best legs. Raleigh, North Carolina. Gwen Claire of WHH Channel 7 Boston is so sweet, and she is the best legs in Boston. And Alia Woolley of WABI Channel 5 in Bangor, Maine is a cute lady while on best legs in Maine. And in the words of Jim Ross, WWE Hall of Famer, that Don Jezebel, good night, everybody. Sweet dreams. See you tomorrow.